More than a year after war in the disputed Caucasus region of Nagorno-Karabakh, Azerbaijan still holds Armenian prisoners of war. Why? And after more than 30 years of conflict over the territory, can the two countries ever reach an agreement? Well, joining us to share their perspectives are the former Armenian ambassador to the U.S., Grigor Hovhannissian, and Armenian human rights attorney Siranush Sahakyan. Mr. Ambassador, I'd like to start with you. We've been reporting about this territorial dispute ever since the fall of the Soviet Union in the early 1990s. Please explain to our viewers why Nagorno-Karabakh is so important to the Christians of Armenia. Isn't it primarily a Muslim territory?
Nagorno-Karabakh is one of the essential foreign policy issues Armenia, as an independent country, had to deal with ever since it became independent 30 years ago. It is not a territorial dispute, as you just mentioned. You know, for us, it's a fundamental right of the people of Nagorno-Karabakh, the Armenian population, that has been living on its ancestral land for 2 millennia at least, to determine their future through self-determination. This is an Armenian-populated Christian, old, conservative Christian country that has been there, and the existence of that community has been on the record for the last 2,000 years. So some of the oldest churches, early Christian heritage we have as an Armenian nation is in Nagorno-Karabakh. So it's not a territory; it's the hearth, is one of the quintessential centers of our Christian civilization. Turkey interfered on behalf and through its entire military might behind Azerbaijan's attempt to unilaterally and militarily end the conflict. And obviously, that was a tremendous, formidable force that would that resulted in an excruciating defeat for Armenia. It took a tremendous toll on in terms of human lives, and our military forces are now considerably depleted. But the question is not resolved, essentially, which is testament to the argument we had all along. This type of conflict, this type of crisis cannot be resolved militarily. And you have to have a political solution. And the political solution is that the people that live on their ancestral land, that they're self-organized, they elect their self-rule institutions, they aspire to democratic, participation. They cannot live under the dictatorial rule of a majority that is, it's not even a question of compatibility. As I said, Karabakh Armenians are Christians, and they're facing a Muslim country that is also happened to be undemocratic. And these people continue to maintain that they struggle for the recognition, for becoming a nation, for their right to exist and self-rule to be recognized.
Siranush, a question for you. You represent the families of prisoners of war still being held by Azerbaijan. So how many POWs are still being held? For what reason? What is Azerbaijan saying about it?
Thank you for this possibility to discuss the concerns about humanitarian issues. So after 1.5 years, the bloody war, we still have unresolved humanitarian issues, and one of the key points is non-repatriation of prisoners of war. So officially, as to this point, 46 POWs remain in Azerbaijan. Azerbaijan officially acknowledged their captivity, but for different reasons, they refuse to repatriate. Mainly, they refer to technical issues, but also they try to create artificial legal grounds to justify the delay in repatriation, particularly. They launched sham criminal proceedings, blaming Armenian captives for different types of offenses. They started with terrorism. Fortunately, they modified the charges during the court proceedings, and now they brought charges and convict Armenian prisoners for illegal border crossing.
Up next, more on the plight of Armenian prisoners of war 1 year after the Armenian-Azerbaijan conflict over Nagorno-Karabakh, and how they've been mistreated because of their Christian faith.